Good evening, everyone. This is All Media and Access News. Hope everybody had a good day. I'm just gonna be talking about Junior, and like I have for these past couple days. I'll be honest with you, the hardest thing to do is forget about him and what happened to him. And I feel like the second or the minute that we stop talking about him is when it's gonna feel like we actually forgetting. So we gotta keep him in prayers and keep him in mind and thoughts, and continue to bring awareness. You know what I mean? Um, Basically, I just want to talk about uh the Stephanie girl, the girl that was on the sex tape, the Michael Sosa Reyes guy who's also a suspect, and Jason Velez. I've been getting a lot of comments about what happened to Junior's phone, and I believe that Junior could have lost his phone while running from the suspects the day that he was killed. And, I guess that's another piece that also has been kept hidden from all of us. So, the media is really good at manipulating and misleading us and making us think that, they're solving this case. But as far as we know, there's only 12 suspects, and there's still about four more suspects. And I feel like Stephanie and Michael Sosa Reyes and Jason Velez should be another suspect. But I do also believe that Michael Reyes Sosa's being held as under witness protection instead of making him a suspect. They're using him to identify the rest of the suspects because when he went to Dominican Republic, they stated that he was detained and expedited to, I'm sorry, extradited to the United States, and the feds have. But if that was true, we would have heard something about him. So they got to be protecting him. I also contacted the district attorney, and I still haven't gotten anything back as far as a phone call. So I'm hoping to hear something back, or I'll definitely make a visit on my own. Um, I'm going to continue to write to them, and hopefully they'll answer back. But most likely they're not, because I know that they're using them as a witness. It's just weird that he goes to Dominican Republic and suddenly they find seven more suspects. So that's definitely something to think about. But I do believe that the news and the media, they want us to just forget about Julie. They just feel like eventually people are just gonna move on, and he's in a better place, and now that they got these 12 suspects, that's good enough because we haven't heard of them going to look for anybody else. And as far as I know, there's court on October 25th, and they don't want the media in there. They don't want the news reporters in there. They don't even want the reporters to go to Rikers Island and question the suspects that are in there. So it's just a lot of weird stuff going on and a lot of different stories. And maybe you guys even know people that um, are already getting tired of hearing, you know, about Julian. You know what I'm saying? But you can't forget about him. We've seen, what happened with Kanika Jenkins. The way they had in a freezer supposedly, and I believe that her own friends killed and set her up. And look at how many months later it's been, and they still haven't arrested anybody. They still haven't brought anybody to justice. What makes Julia so different is that his case was caught on surveillance. See, with Kanika, they were able to edit stuff. They were able to add stuff and take stuff out. But in Junior's case, not only the store surveillance caught what happened, but people that were outside looking out their window recorded what happened. So it's gonna be hard to, cover that up. So they feel like they gotta work hard now to find these suspects and arrest them. But there's still more out there. There's only been 12, and there should be about four more. So what exactly is going on? What exactly are they doing? See, that's how we know that they're using Michael Sosa Reyes, as a witness to this case. A lot of people also saying that Stephanie's Facebook page that it's not hers, that it belongs to someone else. All this stuff, which I don't believe that either. See, once you pinpoint to the truth, people are easily gonna say, no, that's not what happened. You know, this is what happened, and that's just to mislead us. But on Stephanie's Estasio's Facebook page on June 27th, she wrote, "Sorry, I'm to blame for killing you. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm to blame for telling you that you raped me." Then on the 27th again, she said, "I hope that Junior's relatives one day forgive me for with emojis of crying and broken hearts." And then on the 28th, she wrote, praising her brother, "I know you're going to leave soon, brother. You did not kill him, you're innocent." So, you know, the way it looks, you can tell that someone her age was right because that's how this generation is. I'm so confused about what the truth is. I can't believe something gets away. Yeah, I can't believe it either. That's what bothers me the most. Stephanie has a lot to do with this. Remember, uh, the Jose guy, the suspect, one of the suspects, um, that's her brother, and they say that she went to him and stated that Junior had raped him. So, but at the same time, the district attorney is saying that that the sex tape didn't have anything to do with Junior's death, which I also believe it wasn't a mistaken identity. I've mentioned that numerous times in my other live streams where um, I had gotten information that Junior was involved in an incident where Trinitario gang member had stabbed Trinitario Sunset gang member. See, this is all about sets. In gangs, as you know, there's different sets. For those that don't know, there's different sets. So one set uh, got involved into an altercation with a Sunset Trinitario gang member, and that's what led to this whole thing. And Jason, he has a lot to do with this also. At the same time, I've been showing everybody exactly who he is and what he looks like. Because to me, he looks like a damn troublemaker. I mean, as you can see, that's Jason right there. That's the young guy that texted Junior asking him for $5 and never made it back home. And at the same time, I do believe that Junior knew the guys that were coming after him. He may not have known all of them, but he had to have known a few of them because like everyone's heard, Junior ran. He ran so fast that he lost his phone, and at the same time, he lost his shoes. He didn't have no shoes on from running so fast. You know what I mean? said they counted 17 guys, and I don't think the guy who caused out the shots is going to go. The guy that caused the shots, Diego Suavo. Well, what happened was that after the after they killed Junior, they went to New Jersey and they went to hide out at Diego Suavo's house, which is the leader of the Sunset Trinitario gang. He's the one that's also being accused of sending the hit to go and kill Junior. But I have, like, me personally, the store worker, um he stated that he called the police and that he stood on the phone for 4 minutes. But my thing is, what happened to the 911 calls? If there's records of him calling 911, why they haven't been released? That's just a good question that I have. I mean, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I there's way too many different stories, and that's what has people continuously questioning about what's going on. For me, being that um I was gonna be a paralegal at one time. I was gonna go to school because I'm really good at putting bits and pieces together. I'm really good at that. Always been. Way before I even thought of going to school for it. Um, Today, August 1st, the district attorney turned in evidence to the suspect's legal aides to review evidence held against the suspects that have been indicted and facing criminal charges. Just put yourself in Mooney's shoes. Would you wait 2 years to retaliate? It's definitely that. Listen, Jason was just excused to leave the house based on this. I mean, if that was an excuse, then who knows, right? But right now, that's just what it's pinpointing. We every If people don't know, well, just know that Junior was involved in an incident that took place where another Trinitario gang member was stabbed in the eye. He didn't stab the person in the eye, but the person that he was with at that moment did. So for retaliating, they were coming back for Junior and the guy. As far as the sex tape, they're saying that it was 2 years old. You know what I mean? Me personally, I do believe that the sex tape is separate from what happened to Junior. You know what I mean? I do believe that they're trying to make it seem like it has something to do with the sex tape, but this is about Junior being involved in an incident that took place with a Sunset Trinitarian gang member getting stabbed in the eye. Now Jason makes himself look bad because he texted Junior at that time, and Junior never made it back home. If Jason would have went and got the money himself, this would not happen to Junior, especially that at that time. You know what I'm saying? So that's a real sad that's a real sad situation. You know what I mean? Junior's sister, Genesis, actually knew one of the suspects. She had met Estrella Martinez, the guy that was smirking and dancing in court. She had seen him before. She seen him at a party. She really didn't have no words with him, but she seen him. And this Estrella Martinez guy knew that that was Junior's sister. He knew. You know what I'm saying? As far as this Munez kid, this wannabe gangster, this wannabe thug, he was involved in two other deaths. And in one of those deaths, a bystander got arrested for 2.5 years. You know what I'm saying? So like God says, live by the sword, die by the sword. I mean, now he's gonna have to deal with the consequences on what's coming. All these suspects don't understand. They go to court and they plead not guilty when they've already been caught on surveillance and somebody snitching on. They may most of them don't even know English, to be honest. So they're pleading not guilty, but they don't know that they already have someone pointing the finger at them. Maybe Junior went out to see a girl and Jason was just excused to go outside. The first story got the Facebook post by themselves. Well, at the end of the day, to be honest with you, none of this stuff is gonna bring Junior back. You know what I mean? It's just that a lot of things are gonna come out, and the suspects are gonna go to prison. You know what I'm saying they are gonna go to prison. They already have people pointing fingers at them. They have people pointing fingers at them. So whether it was a sex tape, whether Junior went outside to see a girl, you know, whether it wasn't about the $5. The the whole thing about this is that they already have 12 suspects, and now they have to look for about 4 or 5 more. You understand? They have to look for 4 or 5 more. So they'll definitely catch the rest of them. They using Michael Sosa Reyes to snitch. I called the district attorney myself. I reached out to them and these time reached back out to me. So I just want to know why. Why they killed Junior? I mean, out of stupidity. You know, it's just things that stupid people do. But people always gotta suffer. You know what I'm saying? And now Junior's mother, Leandra, is also being threatened by the same gang. The same gang that killed Junior is the same gang threatening Junior's mother right now. So it doesn't make the situation any better. Stephanie, I've said it before, Stephanie is a foster child, a troubled child. You know what I'm saying? She got caught in a sex tape. Even if the tape was 2 years old, it still got exposed. I feel like the guys that exposed it and put it out there should be in jail. You know what I'm saying? Just for releasing a video like that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it was sad. And the people that should be coming forward aren't. Now, what upsets me the most is that while Junior was going through this, nobody called the cops. Not one person called the cops. Everybody was recording, but nobody called the cops, which made it worse. Junior had to literally run to the hospital by himself, which is sad, but it's true. The store worker stated he called the cops and he was on the phone for 4 minutes, which there's no record of that. The first thing he did was get lawyered up. If he would have done something, which he could have done something instead of them letting him, letting Junior get hurt the way he did, knowing that he has a firearm and knowing that it's his store and he had enough time, but instead he didn't. You know what I'm saying? When he seen all those guys coming in, the first thing on his mind should have been, y'all not touching this kid. The store worker stated himself that he knew Junior for years. Nah, he's not the store owner. He just rents the store. The owner of that store is the building management. The same people that own the building is the same people that own the store. So he was just renting the store. He's not the store owner. But I think he did know a few of them set up a job with I mean, Genesis, to be honest with you, couldn't tell you, if they was after Junior's sister for something she did, and who knows. At the end of the day, they killed Junior. You know what I mean? And the people that were recording could have, you know, called the cops. I lived around that area for a lot of years. I lived around that area since I was 11, all the way to my mid 20s. And I used to go over there all the time. You know what I'm saying? There's like two, three other stores besides the store that Junior got killed in. See, I could tell you because I've been around that area. I know how that area is. I'm saying I know how people are around there. I got a friend that got shot in the head 2 years before this happened to Junior. The store worker could have did something. I've seen him numerous times. I've been in that store a bunch of times. Across the street from there is a Kennedy Fried Chicken. So for Junior to run inside that store, besides the other stores that he ran in, made him feel safe. You know what I'm saying? He felt like he could feel safe in that store. And instead, it cost him his life. Yeah, I mean, as far as video in the trial, it's not gonna happen. I'm actually trying to go to court on October 25th. Christina, how you doing? Just I appreciate all you guys tuning in. Natasha, more. Hello. And I do appreciate you guys' opinion. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys have a lot of questions, and you know, I guess that's what the media wants. They want us to guess what happened, and for the media to not be able to videotape the trial, it's like that's ridiculous. They had it for O.J. Simpson, but they can't have it for these guys. Like they're protecting murderers. That's just how I see it. They protect their murders. Right now, they in Rikers Island not living at the best, but they are at peace. They don't have nothing to worry about. If they were protected, if they were in general population, I think they would have been handled the same few days that they were there. I saw what said the cameras make him nervous, but they don't make him nervous exactly, just you know what? I mean, man, this Jose kid, he's definitely gonna rot in jail, man. I don't know if this gang was trying to make a name for themselves, but they chose the wrong kid to mess with. They literally chose the wrong kid to mess with. He ain't camera shy, and his Jose's lawyer is the one that was actually asking that pictures are not taken of him. What is he scared of? What is he nervous about? He's finished. These guys are all finished. Jumped 2 weeks before that. Yeah, they did jump somebody else before they killed Junior. I mean, they're so tough, but they're scared to go to jail. But what I do know is that they're finished. They're never getting out. With those indictments that they're facing right now, they will not be getting out. To get indicted is because they have evidence. So they don't only have surveillance, they also have somebody pointing them out. Yeah, they definitely gonna tell on each other, Black Cuban. Yeah, they definitely gonna tell on each other. Yeah, I think the kid talked about what happened in the video. I'm okay. Shadow, rest in peace, Junior. I do appreciate everybody tuning in. I mean, Jose wasn't scared when he did this, huh? Was he scared then? He's so camera shy. He don't want the reporters watching him. Unbelievable. Wanna be fucking thugs. that was the worst thing that that actually, and then sitting him, him sitting there bleeding to death, and nobody ever called the cops. They're going to be charged with the I would hope, Black Cuban, I will hope that they get charged with the RICO Act. I mean, maybe that's part of the indictment. Now they wasn't supposed to kill Junior. It don't matter what happened. It does. I'm just being honest. If Junior was involved in the gang or whether it was drug related or not, they were supposed to kill Junior. The way they killed Junior like an animal in the street, like a straight animal in the street. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't mistaken identity. They knew. They knew they would. When they went inside that store and they saw Junior, they didn't leave and say, "Oh, we got the wrong guy." Because I believe if they would have went in that store and they would have seen that Junior wasn't the guy that they were looking for, they would have turned around and left. They would have just turned around and left. So mistaken identity, no, I highly doubt that. I strongly believe that they knew that it was Junior and they knew they were coming after. And I do believe that Junior was involved in an incident where another Trinitarian gang member was stabbed in the eye. So being that they couldn't find the friend that Junior was with, they found Junior. They couldn't find him, they found someone close to him. That was Junior. I'm saying? Bring a gun to a fight, yeah, they knew they were coming to look for it. They knew that they were coming to look for Junior. No ifs or buts. It was no mistaken identity. Just watch the video again. They went in there. They was in that store for about 2 minutes, looking right at Junior, right at him. They was staring at him before they even put hands on him. They knew who he was. The Michael Sosa Reyes guy, the one that went to Dominican Republic. He knew. He took a very close look. We can't hear what the camera footage has in the store. We can't hear, but if we would have been able to hear, it would have been nice, loud, and clear that they knew who they were coming for. Christina, they don't have any souls. I'm telling you, they're like animals, And now that they in jail, they in protective custody, But once they go up north, trust me, they're not gonna last that long. Them real Bloods and them real Crips, them MS-13s and Land Kings, they're gonna handle these young kids. Nobody's gonna want to be around them. Nobody. Killing a 15-year-old kid, nobody's gonna want to be around. It's now, and they don't want to be around anybody. So that tells you something. She was the one that basically wanted it. It's crazy that they act hard in the gang. Yeah, they act tough in the gang, but now look at them. They're scared. Shadow, she was the one that basically ordered it. But it was no mistake. He looks like a kid and shit. No, it was a kid. They knew it was a kid. They knew it was Junior. Remember, like I said, Estrella Martinez had ran into Junior's sister at a party. Junior's sister Genesis seen Estrella Martinez at a party. They didn't talk, but he knew that was Junior's sister. He knew Junior was dead, so he knew. There was no mistaken identity. Christina, put them with the big boys. They'll be with the big boys because here in New York, once they go upstate, we're not gonna hear about them. We're not gonna hear anything about them. They would never come back on in the news unless they get killed up there, which I highly doubt they're gonna put that out there. But I do believe that the correctional officers, when they hit up north, are gonna let things happen to them. It was in Rikers Island they were gonna let something happen to them. The Edwin Garcia kid, he wants to be. Let me see. He wants to. The Edwin Martinez kid is requested to be removed from Rikers Island. Period. His lawyers requesting to have him go into a jail where no one would know where he is. But he's not gonna get that special privilege. The judge don't want to hear that. Wendy, I'm not with 17 against the 15. Yeah, what did Junior possibly do? What could he have done so bad to get killed by 17 people, grown men? MS-13 kills kids with machetes too. I always be the name and kill 15-year-old girls like that. Yeah, MS-13s are the same way. Christina, right? All these gangs started in prison, so I know that justice will be served. They already got hit with indictments. That's enough said. To get hit with indictments, forget it. Oh, if you guys can, definitely hit the like button so this live stream go viral. We're trying to spread the word and put the word out there about what's really going on. So I would really appreciate that a lot. Black Cuban, it's just our way of showing appreciation. Absolutely, I do appreciate it. I'm personally never gonna stop talking about Junior's situation until all these assholes are in prison for what they did to Junior. Because, like I said, the media they want us to just forget about what happened to Junior. They want us to take it as Junior passed away and he's in a better place, and we should just move on with our lives. But we don't have all the right answers. We're not being given the truth. We're just given bullshit. That's what we've been given. That's how I believe. I believe we're just being given bullshit. Me, I'm not the one to feed into bullshit. I don't really watch other channels, and I don't, as far as like other YouTube channels, I don't really watch the news. I think I have enough to put things together, what I'm saying, on my own. What happens is when you start watching too many YouTube channels, it confuses you. You hear too many different stories. You hear all their stories, and then, you know, you'll hear what's going on here, and it'll be a little confusing. But here in my YouTube channel, if it's not about the truth, I'm really not concerned. I'm only searching for the truth, and that's because I have a 15-year-old myself. Junior could have been my son, and I know that he's looking over all of us, and he wants us to find answers, and he wants to see these suspects in prison, and he wants closure for his mother. If you notice, it makes it hard for any of you guys to stop thinking about what happened to him, and that's for a reason. Normally, we would have forgotten what happened and just moved on, but it's something special about Junior. that has, you know, that has kept it in our hearts and minds. Where's TV? How you doing, brother? I'm gonna subscribe and I'll talk to y'all later. Alright, Shadow. Have a good one. God bless, man. Stay safe. Most of the time, it's for a reason, justifiable reason. But that's how they get down set up. Either he wronged someone, his sister did something. This killing didn't just fall from the sky. Nah, this killing didn't fall from the sky. But what I'm trying to say is that an incident took place. Junior was with someone. He was hanging with someone days before this happened, his death. He was with someone, and that someone stabbed a Sunset Trinitario gang member in the eye. He stabbed him in the eye. So for retaliation, Diego Suavo put the hit out for the guy that Junior was with and on Junior. They couldn't find the guy that was with Junior that did the stabbing, but they found Junior. So they got at Junior. Just look at how viciously they killed. They stabbed Junior up and killed him. I don't think it's about a sex tape. Me personally, I don't think about something about a sister. No, this was something had to have happened, and which is what I'm telling you guys. Junior was involved in in a Trinitario Sunset Trinitario gang member getting stabbed in the eye. So they came back for Junior's retaliation. That's what happened. That's exactly what happened. It'll come out eventually. Just know that you heard it here first. That's exactly what happened. I speak English and I speak Spanish. So it's easy for me to understand and put things together. The snitch soldiers can point fingers. The real reason comes from the top dog. They don't. Yeah, but the top dog sent the hit. It's over for him. They got him for sending the hit. He sent the hit out. The suspects ran to the top dog's house right after they killed Julie. Where does everyone think that the suspects got caught at? They caught at Diego Suavo's house. That's where they got caught at. They got caught in his house. The guy that gave Junior the stabbing, the one that cut his hand, he was crying like a baby too. Paul, how you doing, Paul? Thanks for tuning in. Ron, so do you think it's connected to the 14-year-old kid who got stabbed and survived? No, I don't think it's connected. I believe it's separate. Those are two separate things. They would have connected those two by now. Wait, my brother, oh, Paul is broke. Thank you, bro. I'm here as usual. You know, just speaking up for Junior and his mom and these asshole suspects that deserve to rot in jail for the rest of their life. What a selfish motive of pure ignorance. It's a memory that didn't need to turn out that way. So why are they treating him as this innocent angel? I mean, they're painting Junior as an innocent angel because remember he was in the police academy, he was a good kid, he was always with his mom, he was never known for getting into trouble. Not say that Junior never got into trouble. You know, it's just like all of us. I'm sure that all of us have done things behind our parents' backs that our parents don't even know. I've done a lot of things that my mom doesn't know about to this day. I've done things while I was living with her that if she would have known, Trust and believe, I would have got my ass beat. But my mom never knew. I was just too secretive at a young age. My mom didn't know everything. I kept shit from her. I'm saying? That's just how it is when you want to be down. And it looks like Junior wanted to be down with the wrong crowd. Good night, Latasha. That's what it looks like. Junior was hanging with the wrong crowd. He wanted to be down. And he thought that he would be accepted. But instead the same gang that accepted him is the same gang that got at him. So Junior's not as innocent as we think he is. But at the end of the day, he didn't deserve to get killed the way he did. I need you. Hey, thanks for joining in. I honestly don't. I don't believe that Junior was innocent. I do believe that he did do things behind his mother's back. But 17 people on one guy, and then they try to make it. They started off with mistaken identity when it wasn't mistaken identity. They knew damn well who Junior was when they walked in that store. When they walked in that store and they saw that it was Junior, they did not leave. If it was not Junior, like if it would have been me or one of you guys, they were running out, they would have seen that it wasn't us, would have turned around. You think those guys was really gonna go to jail and prison and get themselves caught up in all this bullshit for the wrong person? Doesn't make no sense. Junior's sister was at a party. And one of the suspects that they say that had a tattoo on his neck, the one that was smiling and laughing at Junior's mother in court, came across Junior's sister. He also knew that that um that that was Genesis' brother. He knew. They knew. This is all connected. They're trying to, make us look like it's separate stories, but it's not. It's all the same. It's all connected. Yeah, they saw Junior's face. They knew exactly who Junior was. You know, gangs used to kill since they don't get charged. And to die at such a young age, really what kind of things can one do in such a short time? Really, he was trying to something. Kiara, how you doing? No, absolutely. But like I said, when they went in that store, they saw who Junior was. They automatically knew who Junior was. If if it was a mistaken identity and Junior was the guy that they wasn't looking for, they would have turned around and left. But remember, Junior ran so fast he lost his phone and he lost his shoes. He lost his shoes. Junior knew that they were coming after. Junior had to have known that he was involved in something he shouldn't have gotten himself involved. And in the long run, it's gonna come out exactly what I'm saying. That Junior was involved in an incident that took place with someone getting stabbed in the eye. So since that, and then it was a Sunset Trinitario gang member. That's why they came back for retaliation. They saw Junior and they just got at Junior. They wanted to give him the same medicine that one of their members had gotten. They wanted to make a prior example out of Junior. Sad to say, but it's just the truth. I have a question. I was seeing Manny Crown. You know what? You're not the Brenda. You're not the only person that has told me that they haven't seen his brother Manny cry. I haven't seen him cry either. Lord knows what he knows. Because if my brother would have died, I would have been devastated. I got hit by a car when I was young. And my mom and my sisters were freaking out. She told me, don't go to the Puerto Rican parade. I told her I wasn't going. She left, and the first thing I did was go. So I can understand that Junior wasn't innocent. And he might have done the same thing, got himself caught up. It was Sudas versus Sudas. Sunset Division game. I mean, whatever they want to call themselves. I could care less. It wasn't Mr. It would have been alive to this day. Well, I mean, Stephanie does play a part, you know, but I don't think it's over the sex thing. I feel like the people in the storm, dumb people standing outside the door watching, or we gonna shoot this something. Yeah, I mean, the people that were recording it too from their windows should have called the cops. The cops never showed up to the store. Never, never. When they went to help Junior, he was sitting in front of San Barnabas Hospital, bleeding to death. No one knows his anguish. What if he's in too much shock? Like she said, when tears don't found out this shit. So it broke my heart. It broke my heart when they was dragging him out the store and he was holding on. And how that store worker didn't do anything to help him. Didn't do nothing to help him, save him, nothing. For a man to say he knows Junior for many years, knows his mother, sister, brother, and knew Junior personally, and to not help him, I put a lot of blame on him. On that store worker, I put a lot of blame on him. He knew exactly what was going on. He lawyered up in a heartbeat. He went and got lawyers. If he had nothing to worry about, if he would have called the cops, where's the police records? Where's the call records that he called the police? Where are they? There isn't any. Or unless they're gonna make some up, but they're where are they? Because he's gonna have to testify in court. He's gonna have to testify. The store worker is gonna have to testify in court. No ifs or buts. Along with the snitches. We all gonna be able to find out who snitched. See, this is public record. All this goes on public record when it's said and done, and when it's over. It's all public record. Much of it. Yeah, they did this knowing he has a family to come home to, and for the stupidity to move. Okay. Nah, Kiera, I don't. It wasn't a mistaken identity. They knew who Junior was. They were coming for Junior. There was no mistaken identity, like they're saying. They knew who Junior was. There was a time when there was a party where Junior's sister seen one of the suspects in there while Junior was at the party too. Estrella Martinez, he knew that was Junior's sister that he saw. These guys know each other. When they were chasing him in cars, they knew it was Junior. If it wouldn't have been Junior, when they went in that store, they would have turned back around and left him alone. But they knew that it was Junior. I don't understand. It's how people already knew that the killers arrived at the store before their phones. The worst thing that happened was everybody recording without nobody calling the cops. When I went to visit the memorials on the wall, it broke my heart. Especially looking at the building where people were recording without calling the police. And the store worker, instead of him calling the police, he didn't. He ain't call no police. He's gonna have to testify in court. That's why he went and got lawyers. An indictment, you don't want to get hit with an indictment. All these suspects have gotten hit with indictments. That means that someone is either telling on them or they got them on camera. But they're all going to prison. All going to prison. The 12 suspects are going to prison. No ifs or buts. This is all about how much time they're going to give them. Lipstick and sofrito. Hello, how are you? I don't know, man. The whole situation. Yeah, it is crazy. How does the guy behind the store sleep at? Honestly, I don't know how he sleeps at night. And I know he got crocodile tears too. His ass wasn't crying. I feel like he was more nervous and scared that he didn't do something he was supposed to do than actually doing something. Should have been an actor. That's what he should have been. I've seen that guy numerous times. He's an asshole. He didn't help Junior. Been in that store plenty of times. I've been around that neighborhood God knows how many times. I went to schools in Webster. I got friends in Park Avenue. I actually still go to the hospital where Junior died, St. Barnabas. Junior's mom actually works in St. Barnabas Hospital. She works there. Now, there's not gonna be no plea deal. With snitches involved, these guys are gonna do 15 years and better. To be honest, it doesn't matter how much time they get. They're not gonna last in prison. Yeah, the two other murders that Jose took part in, they actually arrested an innocent bystander. They gave him 2.5 years. All he was doing was drinking a can of soda and walking with his girlfriend. They gave him 2.5 years. An innocent person. Hello, Wendy. Thanks for joining in. I appreciate everybody joining in. I really appreciate all you guys, and I know that you guys got a lot of love for Junior, and you have him in your prayers, and I really do appreciate that. I appreciate you guys as well. I appreciate that, Wendy. perspective, you're right. Even the music they listen to. The music that they be making now is just garbage. I said that before. Straight garbage. Thank you, Wendy. Music is straight garbage. Like I said, I lived around that area. From Webster all the way to Southern Boulevard. I know that whole area. What happened to Junior wasn't supposed to happen. That area is bad, but Webster Avenue, Webster Projects is really bad. And I used to be out there 2, 3, 4 in the morning. I ain't never been in a gang, and I never had to be. I'll be out there 2, 3 in the morning walking by. Not ever happened to me. For this to happen the way it did to, excuse me, the way it happened to Junior, that shouldn't have happened. My heart is broken. I be breaking down on my own time, literally. And to be honest, I never cried for somebody I didn't know. But no matter how much I try to ignore the fact and try to go about my day, it's like I just can't forget about it. Something in my heart just continues to make me look for answers and put details together and reach out to the district attorney, which they haven't called me back. I already sent them a letter, I sent them an email, I left them a voicemail. They haven't contacted me back yet. And I doubt they are. It just lets me know that Michael Sosa Reyes guy is snitching. He's a snitch. Why the hell be in a gang? What's the whole point of being in a gang? Question: did you hear the recording of one of the store workers talking about what happened? Nietzsche. No, I haven't heard it. I really haven't heard it. Lord knows how many days it came out after Junior died. I love you, brother, for the reading comments. I appreciate it. Absolutely, little one. I'm here for you guys as much as I am for myself. But I have to give you guys 100% accurate answers. Like I said, I don't do this for subscribes. I don't do this for likes. I mean, I tell people to like the video so it can go viral and other people, can see what we talk about and let them know that we haven't forgotten about Junior. And I do this out of the kindness of my heart because it means a lot to me. Could have been my son. It was on YouTube. We'll try to find it and send it to you. I Nietzsche, I really appreciate that. My neighborhood used to be really bad lately. Cleaning up the neighborhood just means raising property value. Yeah, you're right, true perspective. I mean, if that's their plan, then people just gonna get up and leave. The Bronx ain't shit anyway. I'm in the Bronx. Christina, yes, little Wendy, telling them to go get Junior, and now snitching. Hmm. You're right about that, Wendy. Without a doubt, he snitched on him, so-called brother. Though glad he snitching. You ain't lying about that, Auntie Army. Christina, that's true. Just appreciate all your videos and lives and research. Christina, thank you so much. You've been harder than anyone will ever know. Thank you, Mama. Law enforcement thinks these narratives, crime has to exist, and it is numbers to verify this. I nearly got stabbed from my iPhone X right near my flat, and the guy took my life. Wow. I'm really sorry to hear that, little one. God bless you. I'm really happy you are alive. You know, even for iPhones. I'm telling you, man, the stupid, dumb shit that people do. I got an iPhone. I got an iPhone, and I can't even stand this damn phone. I kid you not. Somebody try to take this shit, they could have it. I pay $115 a month for a phone I barely use. It's not like I'm in a relationship. Like I've been on my own. I've been by myself a year and a half. Like they could take the phone. This happened a month before Junior left, and I told the guy I was fasting. That's why wow. I'm sorry to hear that, little one. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Little one, I'm happy you are safe and here with us. You didn't care. This breaks my heart. While my eyes are wide open. Yeah. It's just crazy how people do things, man. I don't know if you guys heard about the young girl that was killed in Oakland, California. Her name is Nia Wilson. She was killed by a white supremacist who slit her throat and stabbed her sister in the neck. And they've been marching in Oakland, California. She was killed by a BART train station, where I'm guessing is a train that they take over there in Oakland, California. And that story hasn't really went viral, you know. So I ask you guys to, to send out your praise for Nia Wilson and her family. I'm sure a lot of you guys heard about it. Not sure if you haven't, but I'm definitely gonna be talking about her once I put all the information together. But she was 18 years old. 18 years old, and a white supremacist slit her throat on the train and stabbed her sister on the neck. Her sister, when I heard her sister screaming, I wanted to break down today. And they just trying to cover it up. Instead of putting a picture of her, you know, as a good person, Peppa P, hey, how you doing? Just, I'm from California. Just yeah, in Oakland, California, Nia Wilson, an 18-year-old young girl, was killed by a white supremacist. He actually slit her throat and stabbed her sister in the neck. Her sister almost died too. When I seen her father and the way he was devastated, I couldn't imagine. I mean, the whole city was going crazy. They lost their mind. Like it's just like Jesus said, uncivil rush. It broke my heart today. Peppa P, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. He's gonna have to go to prison himself. But I'm definitely gonna be making a video about Neil Wilson. Once I put all the facts and details together, I'm definitely gonna make a video about her and keep her spirit alive. Sad as a tragic. Go to the 17 right that part. Wow. Just God bless her. Racist people around us everywhere. Yeah, because the devil knows his time is near. He knows that God is coming. He knows God is coming. I noticed in the candle wax that made his mom know he was there for her. Yeah, Junior is definitely with his mom. Yeah, I had put up a video about a spirit box and Junior talking through the spirit box, letting his mom know that he is always with her and is with his friends. You guys could definitely check that out on my channel. I don't believe in racism. I do believe that some people are either crazy or just evil. And when it's on Instagram, maybe the guy broadcasting can show it to us so he knows what I'm talking about. When Jesus spoke on the hill, he was actually speaking of us. And this time, he just needed people to carry the word. People take that part to play his games. When that's awesome. He appeared in a candle with his mom. I do believe that June is in spirit with his mom, you know, and we gotta, just stop taking life for granted, you know. We have to learn to love and respect one another. And in order to change our surroundings, we gotta change within ourselves. You know, the devil's working really hard, really hard. You see wars and rumors of wars. You see we have a crazy ass president who doesn't really care about what's really going on besides him starting shit with other countries. You know, it's all up to us. You know, what are we gonna do and where we wanna be after this life? Because a lot of people don't think about that. A lot of people don't believe in God and don't believe that there's a heaven. They believe that they living in hell, but they don't believe there's a heaven. People just confused. Junior was a big Yankee fan, and he loved having Judge. The guy can whack a ball far. He knows how to get home runs. Yeah, having Judge. I love having Judge. He actually hit a home run when I took my son to a baseball game this year to the new Yankee Stadium. He had a great time. I had a great time. I love my son to death. I try to be the best father that I could be, better than my own dad. Amen, Peppa P. Prayer is very important. I keep my Bible with me. I always light a candle for Junior, but I'm always, praying to God, and I'm always reading the Bible, and I'm always trying to do my best to stay positive. I mean, we're all born sinners. We're not perfect, but we need to turn away from sin. We can ask God for a million things to do for us, but the question is, what are we going to do for ourselves? Shouldn't we be able to repay God for His blessings? How do we repay God? We're supposed to repay Him by prayers, faith, and walking on the right path. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. And God is a forgiving God, but He's also a jealous God. That's all, I'm not against any religion, but, I just don't believe in idols. Like, I don't worship idols. I don't kneel down to any God, but only one God. And I used to go to church a lot, but I realized the church is in my home. God is wherever I ask Him to be. A lot of people just go to church, and when they leave church, they become someone else. A lot of people feel that God is in church and church only. Like, no, God made us in His own image. The same way we look, the same way we are, that's how He made us. So whether we fat, skinny, tall, short, no matter how He made us. And how do we repay Him? We shouldn't repay Him by committing sins. Because a lot of people only think of God when they in a bad situation, when they in jail, or they're close to dying, or they in need of help. That's the only time people say, "Oh my God, God help me." Shouldn't we praise Him when we're blessed by Him? Because God says, "Those that I give more, and those that I take more." So I don't know what people are thinking, but we can't judge either. For each his own. What we could do is spread the word, you know. So I know Junior's in a better place where we all gonna meet again one day. You know, it's sad that his life was cut this short, but the people responsible will not only pay on this life, but they'll have to suffer the consequences in the next life. You know, God is watching over all of us. He's the only person that knows every inch and piece of hair on our head. He's the only person that knows that. You know, it's not a guarantee about waking up every day. People take life for granted. We could go to sleep today and not wake up tomorrow. Who knows? Life is definitely short. Hollywood is a bunch of Illuminati puppets. They possess actors and push subliminal messages out there in movies from the devil. Yeah, absolutely. I believe that. I remember somebody from the Illuminati tried to contact me through Instagram. I couldn't believe it. It's like God is too good. God is gonna show you right from wrong. He just can't hold your hand. It's up to you to decide what path you want to walk in. Don't play with fire. You get burned. Careful who you hang with. Right, true perspective. I really appreciate your mindset, man. and your way of thinking. It's very appreciated. You have the Spirit of God with you. And amen, Wendy. Please, free will. Absolutely. I mean, I've been believing in God since I was a little kid, since as young as I could remember. And I've been in crazy situations in my life. It wasn't easy to get to where I'm at now. Like now I've been blessed, I have an apartment, like I have a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. I'm financially stable. Like I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And now I volunteer for the homeless and I volunteer as a motivational speaker for the youth and in different types of programs. I just try to repay people in every way that I can. I'm actually gonna donate to Junior's mom, and I also started a cash app for myself for my videos for those that may want to donate and stuff like that. And I'm just gonna use the money, for charity and stuff like that. I personally don't need it, but for those that want to help out and stuff like that, um, I'll definitely put it up, and it'll be up to you guys to donate. You know what I mean? If not, it's cool. What's up, chat? What's up, bro? Hey, brother D, how you doing? Hope you had a blessed day today. As you know, I'm always on live, speaking my mind and doing what's righteous and you know having the ability and the strength to continue to speak up because something in my heart keeps telling me don't stop, don't stop. I don't know what it is, but it's like God's telling me don't stop speaking. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'll be drained. Like I'll be drained during the day. Like I have to clean, I have to cook, I have to run a bunch of errands. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I volunteer as a motivational speaker and I volunteer for the homeless, and I'll be donating my own money. And at the same time, I do have kids that I have to take care of and stuff like that. So, and I thank God I've never been in jail or any type of problem, situations like that. So I'm blessed. But so there's days when I feel like not wanting to go on live. But in my heart, it's like God's telling me, get up. They need to hear what you have to say. Like, don't stop talking. It's like God's telling me, I'm going to give you the words to say. Even if you don't know what to say, I'm going to give you the words to say. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really grateful for that. It's like, and I be asking God, I be telling God, I'm drained. Like, I go to sleep late. I wake up at 6 in the morning every day. And I got to deal with a million and one things. And it's like, to wake up, I go and I'm being honest with you guys. I keep it 100 with you. I don't know where I got that number from. I really don't. But it's been 8:10. Every time I make a video, it's 8:10. And I notice it's like God is giving me these signs and telling me to do these things. Even on days when I feel like I don't want to. It's like He's pushing me to do it. And I get on here and I do it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it be so much that I'm going through in a day that I try to, put together every detail that's going on at the last minute. And I've been on live an hour and 30 minutes. And when I got on today, I said to myself, I'm only going to get on for a little while. I'm only going to get on for a little while. And it's been an hour and 26 minutes. And I'm still on. So God work in mysterious ways. And I really appreciate all you guys. really do, for taking your valuable time to be here and watching me and discussing this with me. But I just gotta keep it real with y'all. Like, I can't see myself doing live videos and stuff and trying to make things up. I gotta keep it 100. God is watching me, and these are good deeds that I'm doing. Like God says, don't build your treasures at home where thieves may come in and take them, but build your treasures in heaven where nobody will take them. So that's just my mind frame. You know what I mean? Brother D, you're on an assignment. I do believe that because I asked God what is my purpose, and look at me now. I used to make videos before this and really didn't have interest in it. And when Junior passed away, it was just like my heart was crushed. I was so crushed. I was so crushed that I'm asking God, what can I do? What can I do? And here I am. All I've been doing is gathering information and details. I went over there, I went through the area, I got to see, on the same day that I went to see his memorial, it was like, because that's how the devil works. Every time God gives you an assignment and a purpose, the devil's always going to try to knock you down. And that's how I be feeling. I be feeling like every time I try to do something right, evil's right there trying to knock me down. But God is too good, too good. Because here I am. When I struggle with things, I go line by line. Philippians 4, 8, it helps me a lot. Thank you, Jaden. Pepper P, thank you for doing so. Lisa, thank you. Don't lose your pride or respect for yourself. God teaches us how to be better for a living, but thank you for making us understanding. Brother D, you're the only reason I get in use. I really appreciate that, Brother D. Christina, you're right. God is good. Absolutely. I always used to ask God, what's my purpose? But I see how I'm loved by so many people. Like in real life, when I'm out there, like people just like, it's like this energy that I have that attracts people. Like it just attracts people. Like people are crazy about me. Like they love me. Like I have a grandmother that's Christian, and she's been a pastor for 30 years. She's 84 now. She's sick, but she still believes in God. She always calls me. Always calls me. She tells me she loves me and she misses me. And my dad and my mom, that Shiloh baby mother and father. I've always respected my mother and father. I love them to death. I wasn't always perfect, but I was always real and honest. Even when I made mistakes, I was honest. I admitted my mistakes because I believe in order for you to be a better person and move on in life, you have to admit your wrongs. You can't cover your wrongs and turn around and try to do right. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be honest. Look, I screwed up. I was wrong for what I did. I apologize to whoever you did it to. I'm saying God is watching. Ask God for forgiveness. And when He forgives you, try to change those things. The hardest thing to do is keep a promise, especially to yourself, because cursing is a sin. And I'm sure we all curse. We all curse. Like when I'm upset, like I'm not a aggressive like type of, but I'll probably say a curse or two, and then I'll start praying afterwards. Like, or I'll start praying before I even feel like I'm gonna, start getting upset. I start praying to God, please give me the patience and the strength to not, you know, lose my cool and waste my energy on this. I love your generosity. I know Junior is hearing this talk about how much we all miss it. Yeah, That's for sure. Junior knows. Junior definitely knows, and he is watching. I got to visit all his memorial um pictures. I went to light a candle, and today, I was breaking down earlier. I had posted up a video with a song, and I was just breaking down. That's why sometimes you'll see me talking, and then I'll just stop talking. I'm really hurt about it. Junior, we love you. You people who can really read others can tell that you have a kind self. So you don't have to pretend to be sincere because you are sincere. I appreciate that, Jaden. Totally agree, Jaden. Monday. Keep it up. At the same time, don't drive yourself big. Some people kill because they are sick. Some do it because they are just misguided. Like gangs, good and evil will always exist. Stephen, yeah, you right. And I'm saying exactly. Christina, yes, yes, me too. I got that entirely knowing I feel the way, same as you, but I got taught how to be patient really young. I feel bad for the killers too, because they were born to show love. Well, as hard as it sounds, we do have to pray for the killers. Because if we don't, who's gonna pray for them? You know, only God could judge what's gonna happen. There's no higher judge than God, and we all gotta face Him one day. We all gotta come in front of God. Rich, poor, good, bad. We all gotta come in front of God, whether we like it or not. No one got taught how to hate. You know what? I was thinking about that earlier today. You're absolutely right, little one. No one got taught how to hate. No one. When we're small, we infants. We can't even say a word besides mama and dada. Like that's just something that's you know taught to us in life based on our emotions and the way we're raised. Back in the days in our generation in the 70s and the 80s, it was different. It was a lot more discipline. When you got out of line, your parents whooped you behind. My mom was strict and my dad was strict. Trust me, I got my butt whooped a lot of times. Literally. It wasn't no calling the city or the government to snatch me up and put me in foster. No, it was an ass whooping when I got out of line. And I thank them for that. I used to be upset at my parents for being so strict with me. I thought that they hated me. But now that I'm 34 years old and I see how far I've gotten in life and how blessed I am and how much, I've been able to stay away from negativity. Like I've never been in jail. I don't hang out in the streets. I don't get myself into any trouble. And I do, like I said, I volunteer, numerous things. And it's a blessing. I tell my mom and dad, I love them and I respect them and I thank them, even for the ass whoopings they gave me. Because now I understand, like God says, right now you don't know what I'm doing, but later you'll understand. It's the same way. I didn't know what they were doing when I was younger, but now I understand. No one was born to hate, you're taught to hate. Absolutely, Peppa Pig. I agree with you 100%. I got disciplined in the 90s by my guardians. They hit me with the slip. They found out I didn't do my homework. Little one, trust me. My mother used to run through my book bag like she was doing bag checks. My mom was smart. I could only get away with that for like one day. I'll come home. She'll be like, "You got homework?" No. I come home the next day. "You got homework?" No. That's when she was like, either you pull something out or I'm whooping your ass. But she'll just tell me, "I'm going to your school." My father was like God to me. My father's only like 5'2". I'm like 5'7", 5'8". But when I was younger, my dad was taller. He was like God to me. When he spoke, forget about it. I already knew what it meant. All my mother had to say was, "I'm telling your father," and it was forget about it. My whole world was shaken. But I love him to death. I'm his only son. So, I love my father. My mom and my dad are sick. I'm being straight up honest with you guys. Like my mom and my dad is sick. They don't have a long time here. So that's why I'm telling you, I go through my own things. That's right. Yes. I'm an 80s baby with whoopings. That's right, Christina. I thought they hated me also. I know they were just trying to protect us. Absolutely right. Even report cards were the worst if you didn't do good in school for all your lessons. Little one, you right. You had to pass all your classes. It wasn't just one or two. They didn't care about gym. They cared about the other subjects. And I understand, because as parents, you got to protect your kids. You got to clothe them, feed them, protect them. And all they ask for is for you to do the right thing. You know, true perspective. Some people are groomed to hate or love. The definition of a hardened criminal doesn't show empathy. You ain't lying about that. True perspective. You're absolutely right. Pepper P. I got whooped, but I did not whoop my children. I'm the same way. I got hit, but I don't touch mine. I just gotta repeat myself a billion times, which is like exhausting. Sometimes my son just don't listen until my voice changes. When I start to sound like a giant, that's when he's like, "Okay, daddy, all right, daddy. I'm sorry, daddy." My mom taught me not to lie early on. She always seemed to know everything. If I got caught lying, I got it twice as bad. So now I'm so honest, I tell on myself. Jada, you ain't lying. I'm the same way. Christina's like, me too. Shit, you ain't lying. Well, let me tell you, man. You better off getting in trouble for telling the truth than telling a lie, man. Some ass whoopings hurt. For lying, it's like, it don't matter. You couldn't hide anyway. Even if you was under your bed, your parents was flipping that mattress over. It didn't matter where you was hiding. They could have used our parents to go find Osama bin Laden and whoop his ass. This generation is messed up because the president Donald Trump is making this world go to war with other countries. Yeah, I mean, but it's biblical prophecy too, little one. These things must come to pass, like God says. Nations will rise against nations, kingdoms will rise against kingdoms. It's all an agenda. It's all a plan. Donald Trump is just a puppet. That's all he is. He's doing what he's being told to do. That's all. A president only gets paid. Excuse me. A president only makes $200,000 a year. A president, I mean, if they're rich, maybe that's off their own money, but that's all they get paid. Presidents don't get paid millions of dollars. They just run up a lot of taxpayers' money with them Air Force Ones and them helicopters and all them trips. Donald Trump is dealing with his own stuff, with everything he's involved in right now. Get nobody till somebody kills Big. He wasn't lying about that, man. Tupac too. Just crazy how they died so young. But they left a strong message. Right. A lot of things that Tupac spoke about are things that are going on right now. It's like he's a genius. Puff Daddy killed Tupac. Well, I do believe Puffy has something to do with it. Yeah, Keefe D could also have been responsible because he did say that Puff Daddy had paid him to kill Tupac, trying to change certain things that is out of our control. It's as ridiculous as it was on a basketball. You ain't lying about that, true. That's the hardest thing. Change things. It's not easy. Suge Knight too could have been responsible. I mean, Suge Knight could have been responsible, but you see where he is now. You know? God is handling all these people that are responsible. If you see, it's been how many years now? 20 years, 21 years, and they still talking about Tupac's death and who killed him. And nobody's still held accountable. Just shows how the government is good at covering things up. But it doesn't matter, to be honest. They could get away with it in this life, but in the next, impossible. But I'm about to get off this live. I really, really, really appreciate all you guys tuning in today, taking your time to be here with me, and discuss more details about Junior and the Stephanie chick and Jason and Michael and the suspects. Um, the court is on October 25th. I'm gonna show up. If I can't get inside the courtroom, I'll definitely be outside when they get out. I'm also gonna visit the area where Junior passed away again. You know what I'm saying? And record that. And I'm just gonna keep posting up, details and important things that I feel like everybody should know that happened to Junior. But let's keep Junior in our prayers. Let's pray for his mom. And just know that Junior's with us and he's looking after us because spirits do exist. Just keep them in your prayers. Protect yourself. Protect your children. Keep them safe. Don't be going outside late at night if you're already home. Protect your children. Hug them. Tell them you love them and show them how important they mean to you. You know what I mean? Because that's important. Our kids need to know how much we love them and how much we care about them. Because if we don't show them the love that they need and they deserve, the streets is gonna give them that type of love, and we wouldn't want that. You know what I mean? Thanks for keeping us updated. And like I said, I had started a cash app that I'm planning to use to actually donate it on various things like whatever comes up with Junior and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to like use it as for like my videos and people that want to donate for my videos. I'm gonna use that money and donate it uh, to whatever foundation they open up for Junior or whatever other foundation you guys may have in mind. So I'm definitely gonna be posting it up on my videos, and it'll be up to you guys to donate if you want. Me personally, I have my own money that I'm gonna be donating also, but if I could make more and send it back out, then I'm definitely gonna do that. Set up PayPal. Well, I do have a PayPal, but I really don't. I really don't, trust that stuff too much. But I started a Cash App, which I found a little bit more convenient. And even if you guys don't donate, it's fine. Just, you know, send your prayers, and you guys just being here with me and listening to me is good enough. So much. Yeah, we definitely all here for a reason. And I really do appreciate you guys. But like I said, every time I go on live, I'm just gonna put up my Cash App, I guess whatever they call that, because I did it today. Let me see what this is. I don't even know what they call this. That's how you could tell I'm new to all this stuff. Edit hashtag hashtag. So what I'll be doing is putting this up. Hope you guys can see it. That's it right there. So I'm gonna be setting it up on each of my videos, and every time I go on live and on my videos, so when you guys see it, you guys will know. But anyway, God bless you guys. Take care. Thank you so much, and I'll do my best to get back on live tomorrow. If you guys have anything you guys want to talk about, just leave it on my comments below. I always read my comments, and I always respond to you guys, no matter what your question is. I really appreciate it.